So guys, same procedure today. I'm still not well. My throat's killing me. Got a flu and I don't want to do too much talking. So I thought I'd bring this guy in so he can do a little bit of talking for me. But, you know, today, big news. St. George Groves retiring. What did you make of the news?
Well, yeah, I seen in the afternoon. I thought he was going to retire after the Callum Smith defeat. He's really achieved most things in boxing. He's won a world title.
Good career.
Yeah, I don't think he really wants to fight any of these new guys now coming up. I think he's had his
Caleb Plant and all the.
Yeah. I don't think he really, because he knows that they're going to be tough fights and he could potentially lose it and dent his career.
But don't you think it was a bit early, bearing in mind that there could potentially be a big money fight out there for him with him and DeGale?
Yeah, but maybe some people not. Maybe he's not really. Maybe he's content with his career. Maybe he's not really as money motivated as some of these other fighters.
He's made a lot of money. Remember,
he must have made a decent amount of money because he's calling it a day now. Maybe he might do a bit.
Remember those two fights with Froch? They were epic.
Yeah,
fights,
he must have made millions in those fights.
So what did you make of? Yeah, just talk about those two Froch fights. Those were
the first fight. I personally think people say that it was an early stoppage, but the thing is, he would have been laid out in that fight. I think he had gassed out George Groves.
What about his performance in that fight?
That fight was extreme. I think he had Carl Froch in that fight. I thought if it had gone 12 rounds, Carl Froch had lost, and it would have been one of the biggest upsets.
I thought he was battering Froch as well.
Yeah, and he knocked him down as well and nearly took him out in one of the rounds.
You know what? Carl Froch was lucky that the bell in that first round went. Because I think that he was gone. When he went knocked down in that first round, he was gone.
Yeah, because Froch doesn't usually get dropped. And if he gets dropped, that must mean that it was a heavy punch. And the thing is, Froch came in too wild. I think he just wanted to knock him out because of all the, pre-fight
I don't think he thought Groves was any good.
Yeah, I don't think... Even the second fight, Groves wasn't doing too bad, but then he just got hit with an absolute beast of a right hand. That would have knocked most people out. That was just right on the button and he was just completely knocked out. But to be honest, most people thought Carl Froch would beat Groves anyway, so...
he's had a good career, let's put it. He's had a decent career, he's won a world title. How many fights? Not every fighter gets a chance to win a world title. He's done that, he's achieved that. He's made some good money and he lost against Callum Smith and he probably hasn't got the stomach anymore to go on. It's a hard sport. Training's very hard and he probably thinks that, I've achieved everything. I've achieved my goal, which was to become world champion.
Personally, I thought what he would have done was I think he wanted to win the Super Series and then call it a day, because then he would have made 50 million. Like the winner of that won 50 million.
Nah, Callum Smith didn't make 50 million for that. Come on.
But wasn't it? Isn't that the price?
No, that wasn't right. He didn't get 50 million. Come on.
But what was the winning price for the Super Series?
It wasn't. It was just an Ali Trophy, and they got money. Yeah, of course they got good money, but not 50 million.
But that's what I thought it was. That if you win the Super Series, you win 50 million.
That's a load of crap. That's a load of crap. But yeah, it was. He's had a good career. He achieved everything in the sport. And yeah, those two Froch fights were epic.
I personally think George Groves is known from the Froch fights. To be honest, I don't think that's what I didn't really know who George Groves was before that fight.
He was. Even
I tuned into that second fight because I thought that crap. This guy's a serious
people knew he
talent.
was, but obviously that fight really took him.
I didn't really know who he was before that fight. But the second fight I was tuning in because that first fight wasn't even pay-per-view. I don't think.
No,
that fight
it was. I think
it wasn't pay-per-view. George Groves versus Carl Froch wasn't even pay-per-view. Then the second fight at Wembley, because the first fight was at the O2.
I think it was pay-per-view.
It wasn't pay-per-view. The first fight wasn't pay-per-view, and then the second fight was pay-per-view at Wembley. I can remember, and that was massive. That was a massive fight. That was huge. The build-up, everything. I can remember watching that fight.
But yeah, George Groves had a great career. He can be proud of himself. It's never good to see anyone retire, but obviously if he feels he's achieved everything in the sport and, he feels that enough's enough, there's not much more for him to achieve or to go on, or he doesn't have the desire anymore to go on, then he's made the right decision, because obviously boxing's not a sport where you want to kind of be second thinking about anything, because obviously it's a sport where you can get hurt. So he's probably made the right call, and let's see if he can stick to his call, because he is fairly young. He's only 30. So is he going to come back? Who knows? Only time will tell. But leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think about George Groves retiring. And guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.